going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. He's off to the races. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Wants to throw. It's Batista. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Touchdown. Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job on the defense, seeing it, going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass and happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job on the defense being ready for that play.
He wants to throw here on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Nebraska. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He shakes off the tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Bulls his way forward. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Going up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a misfire from this sophomore as he threw it behind him. Second down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes, and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Running to the left. Pirouettes away from the defense. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time. He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest. Takes it in to the end zone for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oregon is currently ahead right now in Autzen Stadium, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Maryland. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down for this offense. Single back formation, and they give it to it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's Batista. Looking to take a shot. Pulls it in on the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They go to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Gets rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Buys a little extra time. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right. But a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
The Huskers will keep this drive going.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Run it with the fullback. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Handoff to the lone back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Once for the tackle. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The give on 4th down. And the Huskers will move the sticks with the 1st down.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the 1st down.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Fast motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. So now on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And this one splits the uprights. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Going to the ground. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they're able to get him on the ground.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Batista. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
14. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First, wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David.
He's got it down the left side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo. Comes out throwing on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it inside the 20. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. It's Batista. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback checking off. He'll start this drive firing. The throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen. Going for it all. Catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Nebraska! Well, Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, habit, what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Throws for the tight end. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down here.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 35. Got a lot of running room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think...
Brings it in down the left side. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He'll take another shot here. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Back to pass. It's Batista. Makes the catch. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's going to let one fly down the middle. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do. That's step one accomplished.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab down the left side. And he breaks into the open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Huskers have pushed it inside the 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dropping back, it's Batista. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. This is a designed run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Looking to throw, it's Batista. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Set to kick off.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not...
Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They run the reverse. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Alabama quickly back to the line. Bully ball on third and short. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's going to let it go. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, bro.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He makes a catch. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Nebraska 45, Alabama 35.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now, I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now, let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
Quick pass on the jet motion. Pirouettes through. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense.
Running toward the tape. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On second down, just keeps firing. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
So what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Looking to throw, it's Batista. Going deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. The tag. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's out past the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
It's caught. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. He'll pitch it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown time. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive down 2 possessions. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just
going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
So
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this two-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a one-possession game. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's into the end zone, and we've got a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run it on the toss. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun to give, looking for room. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football on first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Wide out in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Give to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, The struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football on first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Scanning the field, it's Batista moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Timeout is called by the defense and 12 seconds remain in the football game. This crowd knows when to bring it. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that lead grows even bigger. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. For jet sweep pass. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offense.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports.
what's going on. What league you got Bama in? This my worst recruiting class ever in Chile. I ain't really go at nobody because I'm young. Yeah, I seen it. homeboy at? Where homeboy at? Man, this nigga fuck out with Alabama. Notre Dame. Trying to see who I play with Alabama. This nigga talking about he can't play the Wednesday. Oh, that kick. Man.